All right, welcome everybody. I'd like to call this regular Board of Ed meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right, so Adam and I have been having some plans over this this past couple weeks as he's settling into his new role as superintendent, and we decided to change things up a little bit in how we structure our meetings and make sure that we're highlighting all the things going on in our school district up front rather than waiting till the end, and also allowing any trustees to make comments of things that they'd like to point out as well. So feel free to jump in if anyone else has anything else to say. But first and foremost, I'd like to welcome our one of our new our student ex officio school board member, Jimmy Gallivan. He's joining us today for the first time. He's been sworn in, and next week we're going to be doing some onboarding and things with that, and then going forward you'll have a report and things, but not for today. We're happy for you to join us for today for our quick summer meetings. I'd like to point out that we are very excited to accept 2 donations later on in our business consent agenda. A donation to the James Farina Memorial Scholarship Fund from West Fair Electric Contractors. The district will accept this donation later on with much thanks and appreciation. We're also going to be accepting a large donation from the Somers Education Foundation to construct a new playground at Primrose Elementary School. This equipment will be geared towards the UPK students and allow more recreation space for all the kids. So that way we don't have to share the kindergarten playground anymore, I believe. So the district's very much appreciative of this donation and want to say thank you to the Somers Education Foundation for their continued support. I believe Dr. Bronstein sent out an email with a rendering just recently this week, so we can look forward to what the possibilities will. I don't know how long it'll take to, I guess.
A couple months.
Months.
Or it'll be a little bit into the beginning of the school year.
Okay. I was going to point out our, also on our business consent agenda, we're going to be adopting the tax levy. So just so everyone understands, the board will be adopting a tax levy in the amount of $91,447,907 based upon the tax rate that's set by the town, calculated from the total value of assessed property. So this gives us an estimated tax rate of $192.23 per $1,000 of assessed value. I know that sounds like a lot of random numbers, but it's what, if anyone has any questions, I'm sure Chris will be happy to, reach out and explain it. Our doors are always open on that. With the resolution later, the board is approving the $91 million to be collected by the town on our behalf. And we thank the voters once again for supporting and approving the budget back in May. And now for this upcoming school year, we look forward to a vibrant and productive school year. I want to acknowledge the tremendous preparation and dedication from all our departments. The energy in our halls is already building, and staff and administrators are collaborating to ensure a smooth start for our students. From curriculum planning to technology upgrades, every detail is being thoughtfully considered and set up for success. Grounds and facilities have been hard at work getting the buildings ready for the new school year, which is fast approaching. On August 21st, we'll welcome our new teachers and staff to our school district at a luncheon. And I hope some of us can make it. I know I'll be there. On August 21st, we will welcome the new teachers and staff to our school district. On August 27th will be opening day for all of our teachers and staff. We thank the PTA Council for once again hosting a breakfast. And it's also a great opportunity for you to join your building's PTA, as they will be on hand to take in memberships that morning. I look forward to helping welcome back everyone for what I think will be a great 25-26 school year. And after the welcome back breakfast and meeting the trustees that are available, we'll be able to take a facilities tour of our campuses, and we could see all the work that's being completed and in the works for this upcoming school year. So that way, if anyone has any questions, they can, ask us as they see us in the grocery store and around town. So that's what I have going forward. I don't know if any trustees have any other comments of what's been going on, but I suppose not too much since we haven't really started the school year yet. So I don't know, Adam, if you want to take away for your report.
Sounds good. I want to echo Amanda's comments about welcoming Jimmy as one of 2 ex officio members along with Allie. And we'll be orienting you guys, and you'll actually, maybe unbeknownst to you, will be the head of the new superintendent's leadership group, which will include representative students from 5th through 12th grade, which will convene on a somewhat regular basis to talk about sort of district-wide things that are going on. And your reports here with the board won't just be about the high school per se, but will really be about Somers Central School District. So welcome, and we're really thrilled to have you here.
Same, I'm thrilled to be here.
Excellent, excellent. So a few other things for me. Last week I had the opportunity to go to Albany to attend the new Superintendent's Institute through NISCUS, where we learned a lot about some of the pertinent topics that are most relevant to superintendents throughout the state. And so just want to thank the board for their support in me going to that, which will happen every couple of months over the course of the year. The next of which is at the fall conference for NISCUS, which is actually the conference for all superintendents throughout New York State. So it will be a nice group of folks who are there presenting and sharing quite a bit with me. Last week I also met with the district superintendent and deputy superintendent of Northern BOCES and talked about their ongoing support for our efforts here in Somers. They also happen to have a few programs embedded within the school district, so I hope to engage in some really great conversations with them and continue the collaboration that we've had over the last several years and into the future so that we can take advantage of opportunities for the school district. I want to echo the foundation comments that you made about the UPK playground. So excited about that. Thank you specifically. Rosalind happens to be very involved with the foundation, so thanks to you and the team with the foundation for your efforts. I was lucky to get to go to one of your meetings before the end of the school year and really saw the work that you guys put into making these decisions and know that this is the culmination of many great conversations. So thank you for supporting our youngest learners, and I know you will see a return on the work for the playground based on the opportunity that kids have to enjoy the new space. In my communication last week, I put out a note to families about the Universal Free Meal Initiative that is something that is required of all school districts in New York State, in which students will have the opportunity for a free breakfast and lunch each and every day. However, it's only certain food groups, so you can't just buy the chips and the ice cream for free. Those things are like extras, so we'll still be using the My School Bucks account, and so principals will be communicating around that further, as will Jill Weissman, our school food services director. Yeah, exactly. The other thing is we do have those free and reduced lunch forms that families have filled out in the past, although everyone is now entitled to those free breakfasts and lunches. The forms still help us be entitled to grant money. So it's important that those forms are still completed. So more to come on all that. Last week I also met with the Somers Tusker Booster Club and had the chance to meet with them along with our athletic director, Tommy Albano, to talk about what they are supporting within our school district, specifically our student athletes and the athletics program. And they have a lot of great things in store, including a brand new Instagram page. So I would encourage you to go to Somers Tuskers Booster Club on Instagram, and you can get the most updated alerts from them. On our agenda this afternoon is also the adoption of the safety plan, and so I just want to extend a thank you to Dan Corrado, our safety coordinator, in addition to the safety team at Somers Central School District, because there were a number of updates for this coming year, and safety is of paramount importance to me and all of our administrative team and the Board of Education. So that's something we take very seriously and appreciate them ensuring the safety of all of our students and employees in the school district. Today I began entry interviews with any employee in the school district who so expressed an interest in that, so I had some great conversations today. I'll be having 3 or 4 more sessions with faculty and staff, and so I really was inspired by some of the conversations that we had today. I found out this morning that today is World Elephant Day. I don't know if anybody else knew that. but it is dedicated to the protection and preservation of the world's elephants. So this is a new celebration that I just learned about. So there you go, Tusker Nation. Today is World Elephant Day. Tomorrow morning, I'll be going over to Heritage Hills to meet with our residents within the community, and we'll be introducing myself to them. And I'll also be having 2 forthcoming meet and greets over at DeChico's with details to come, in which I'll have the chance to meet with parents and community and students, if they're interested, to further introduce myself as we are on the precipice of the new school year. Thursday, I'm hosting an event for all district staff and employees who work in the summer to thank them for all their hard work. You mentioned all the efforts that are going into ensuring a smooth opening. So just a real thank you to them on my behalf and on behalf of the school district. We're excited to bring everyone back, and it will be a reflection of all the hard work that's gone on this summer, included the members of our cabinet who happen to be at the board meeting today. So I hope everyone is enjoying their summers, and there will be some back-to-school communications from me in addition to our school principals over the next several weeks. So please look out for that. And in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your summer. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Adam. Now we'll open it up to public comment for any agenda items. Is anyone here to have any, I giggle because it's only our cabinet members in the audience, just as an FYI, for any public comment from the audience on agenda items. Okay. Then we're going to move on to approval of the meeting minutes. Resolved that the Board of Education, having received copies of minutes of the meetings of 7/8/2025 and 7/17/2025, hereby approves same.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Board action. Moving to the personnel consent agenda. Resolved that the Board of Education, upon recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, hereby approves the attached personnel agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Let's see. CSE, CPSE meeting recommendations. Resolved that the Board of Education, having received copies of recommendations of the meetings as listed on the attached memo, hereby approves same.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Business consent agenda. Resolved that the Board of Education, upon recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, hereby approves the attached business agenda.
So moved.
Second.
I don't know if, Chris, you wanted to point out anything else that was in here, or we're good?
I think you kind of already highlighted the main ones there with the 2 donations that we're getting. Just so everyone knows, the donations to the James Farina Scholarship Fund is now up just shy of $104,000 since we started that scholarship.
Excellent. And one thing I forgot to mention too is the lease of the classroom and office spaces will continue from B.O.E, so that brings in another additional revenue as well, about $100,000 as well.
About 150.
150. Sorry, because of course I opened up the wrong memo, so of course I didn't have that number on it. All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Abstained? Okay. This brings us to our district-wide safety plan that Adam has already mentioned. Just for the record, too, it was, we opened up the public hearing on this at our last meeting, I believe, and then also we've had it open for comment on and made available on our website now for the past month, which if anyone has gone on to our Somer Central School District website, anytime you went on, it popped up so that you couldn't avoid it. So if anyone had any public comment on it, they could have so commented. As far as I know, we have not received anything.
Nope.
So, whereas Commissioners Regulations 155.17 requires a district-wide safety team to develop a district-wide safety plan, and whereas the district-wide safety plan has been reviewed and updated on the by the district-wide safety team, be it now resolved, after having given the public an opportunity to be heard at a public hearing and allowing for a 30-day public comment period, the Board of Education hereby adopts the district-wide safety plan, and be it further resolved that the Chief Emergency Officer is directed to file the district-wide safety plan with the Commissioner of Education within 30 days of the adoption, as well as provide a copy to appropriate local law enforcement agencies and the state police.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Policy for first reading and adoption. So before I read this, just so you know, this is just a small amendment that got missed from the last one. So that's what the change is onto this. So it's not much different from the one we had to approve at the last meeting. It was just a mistake that we noticed. So we're putting it back up. Resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education of the Somers Central School District does hereby accept the following revised policy for a first reading and adoption. 4526R, acceptable use policy.
So moved.
Second.
Not sure if
So,
you're done yet.
and again, this is just to help us comply with the internet-enabled devices ban, so that everyone knows. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Okay. And this brings us to our public comment for general comment items. If anyone in the audience is so inclined, I'm guessing no. Okay. And then if there's any other final comments, I don't know if anyone has anything else to add. Okay. So then I believe we can adjourn resolve that this regular meeting of the Board of Education be adjourned.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained? Okay.